Hosted by Matt Rich. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion. Turning data to gold. $1 trillion. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion. Turning data to gold. $1 trillion. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Happy Friday. It is Friday, June 12th, 2026. This is the pre-market briefing. We are looking bullish here in the pre-market. The fear and greed index is at 31, so the market is still in fear, but buyers are stepping in this morning. The VIX is around 1905. Oil is falling hard on reports that the Middle East peace agreement is moving forward. Treasury yields are easing, and today is historic because SpaceX begins trading under the largest IPO ever. At 7 a.m., we have preliminary UOM, consumer sentiment, and inflation expectations. Those are both orange folders, so we should see some volatility at 7 a.m. So today's question is simple. Can the SpaceX debut and lower oil prices keep this rally moving, or does consumer sentiment data shake the market after the open? I track the headlines, the data, and the market levels, so you don't have to. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Let's get into the mindset with the mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches are freedom. They come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get into the data. Okay, so in the pre-market, SPX is up. The Nasdaq 100 is up. The Dow Jones is up. And also the ETFs, SPY, QQQ, and the DIA. All right. Gold is around $4,200 an ounce. Bitcoin is around 63,490. SpaceX will be trading on the Nasdaq under ticker symbol SPCX. The IPO share price is $135. The company's value will be around 1.75 trillion. This is the largest IPO in history, and if the market validates that valuation, Elon will be the second trillionaire in the world after Mansa Musa. This is a massive market event. It can affect liquidity, it can affect tech, it can affect Tesla, it can affect the entire AI and space infrastructure conversation. And one note here. Reports say trading may not begin exactly at the opening bell. So if you're watching SPCX today, remember that IPOs can start later in the morning than after the open. Now let's get into the data. Consumer sentiment tells us how households are feeling about the economy. Inflation expectations tells us what customers expect prices to do going forward. That matters because the Fed watches inflation expectations closely. If consumers expect inflation to stay high, that can become a problem. If inflation expectations cool, that can help the market. So even with a bullish pre-market setup at 7 a.m., folders can bring volatility. All right, let's get into Robert Greene's Daily Law for today. Title: Use the surrender tactic. Today's law is about patience, self-control, and knowing when not to fight from a weak position. Robert Greene says, if you find yourself temporarily weakened, the surrender tactic can help you rise again. It disguises your ambition. It teaches patience. It gives you the time to recover. And it prevents your opponent from getting the satisfaction of defeating you directly. The lesson is not about quitting, it's about timing. Sometimes fighting immediately is emotional. Sometimes stepping back is strategic. Sometimes surrender is not weakness. Sometimes surrender is a move that gives you time to rebuild power. For long-term investors, this law is about patience during weak markets. When the fear and greed index is in fear, you do not have to force every decision. You do not have to prove anything to the market. Sometimes the best move is to step back, observe, and wait for a better confirmation. That does not mean abandoning the plan. It means respecting the environment. If conditions are temporarily against you, patience can become power. Let the market show you where the real strength is. For day traders, this law is about not fighting a bad setup. If price is not giving you confirmation, surrender the trade idea. If your level breaks, surrender the bias. If the market changes after a headline or a data release, surrender the old plan and adapt. That is not weakness. That is discipline. The trader who can step back, reset, and wait for a clean setup stays in the game. Today, with SpaceX debuting and consumer sentiment data coming out at 7 a.m., flexibility matters. Execution over emotion, process over prediction. Stay patient, stay disciplined. Now let's get on these charts, y'all. First up, oh man, excuse me for those technicals. First up, we got SPY. Currently in the pre-market, looks like it's trending down. These past two 30-minute candles. Anyway, SPY in the pre-market, 739.80 to the downside support. We got the pre-market low at 738.35, followed by 737.70 and 731.55, which is the swing low on the daily chart. To the upside, we got the pre-market high, 743.37, followed by 743.95, 746.60, 752.80. Next, we got QQQ currently in the pre-market. 717.13 to the downside support. We got the pre-market low at 715.67, 712.75, 710.80, 706.85. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 721.81, 722.40, 727.85, 732.60. The VIX is at 19.41. NVIDIA currently in the pre-market at 205.25 to the downside support. We got the pre-market low at 204.40, 203, and then we got the top of the smart money concept support zone that begins at 201.71. Inside that zone, I do have a level here at 199.55, 198.60. And this zone goes all the way down to 194.75. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 206.64, followed by 207.40, 209.35, 210.50. Next, we got Google currently in the pre-market at 361.60. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 358.90, 357, 354.50, 351.20. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 365.35, 366.75, 370.60, 373, 25, 378.55. Next, we got Apple currently in the pre-market 296.44. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low 295.79, 294.90, 291.95, 289.60. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 297, followed by 298.95, 375, 303.05. Next, we got Microsoft currently in the pre-market at 393.49. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 391.81, 391.30, 386.45, 384. To the upside resistance, we got 394.46, 396.85, $400.90. 404.45. Next, we got Amazon currently in the pre-market at 243.45. To the downside support, we got 242.15, 241.52, which is the pre-market low, 240.40, 237.40, and 235.70. Then the gap begins. To the upside resistance, we got 245.24, which is the pre-market high, 245.80, 247.50, 251.90. Next, we got TSM currently in the pre-market at 420.96. The pre-market low is 420.20, 416.35, 412.80, 408.86. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 425.65, 426.30, 429.50, 435. Next, we got AVGO currently in the pre-market at 384. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low at 382.57, 381.30, 376.35, 370.55. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high at 389.44. 393.40, 400, and 410.50. Next, we got Tesla currently in the pre-market at $400.93. To the downside support, we got 399.54, 396.64, which is the pre-market low, 393.35, 390.20, 384. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high of 404.38. 411.50, 417.60, 424.68. Next, we got Meta currently in the pre-market at 573.34. To the downside support, we got the pre-market low of 570.72, followed by 564.75, 559.70, and 557. The upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 578, 580.80, 583.80, and 591.55. Next, we got MU currently in the pre-market. It's pushing pre-market lows right now. And that pre-market low is 970.12. To the downside, we got 956.15, 934.83, 919. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high 994.50. Followed by $997.95, $1,009, $1,036. Next, we got Berkshire B, currently in the pre-market at 485.30, and I'm sure y'all not trading this, so I'm not giving you no levels for it. Next, we got Eli Lilly currently in the pre-market. It's pushing pre-market lows right now. That pre-market low is $1,160. To the downside support, we got 1,152, 1,149, 1,139. To the upside resistance, we got the pre-market high, which is 1,166, followed by 1,170, 1,174. All right, that's what we got today. It's a big day in the market. It's historic.
It don't happen overnight.
Now, y'all know how we like to end the show.
Chase excellence, never chase money. Why? Because money has an incredible way of finding excellence. Did you chase excellence and not money? Do you have the intellectual curiosity to learn everything you can about this incredible industry and master it? Become the smartest person in the room. Have you mastered it?
All right, appreciate y'all for tuning in. This is the Trading Dollar Tickets broadcast. I am your host, Matt Riches, and we will be back for the market check-in and see if Elon really became the second trillionaire in the history of the world when SpaceX is trading. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if I got those shares that I put in for on Robinhood. I told him give me 10 shares, so we'll see if my shares get filled or not. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Happy Friday. Shout out to everybody on YouTube Live. Happy Friday. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.